Imagine checking out of your hotel, juggling your CPAP machine and a bag of medications when a manager leans in and quietly says, "You know, at your age, we have services we don't advertise." That was me at 69 in Phoenix. That quick conversation changed how I travel, and it saved me more than $2,000 in a single year. Turns out, hotels offer a whole menu of free services for travelers after 55, but they're hidden from sight. Unless you know what to ask for and exactly how to ask, you'll leave money and comfort on the table. Let's be upfront. Not every property offers every service. Policies change by chain, location, and even the desk clerk's mood. But if you ask correctly and at the right time, you'll be shocked at what's available. These aren't rights, and they're rarely published anywhere. But those of us in the know have been getting these perks for years. Now it's your turn. Let's start with medical equipment support. Last month, I watched a 75-year-old woman pay $40 for distilled water for her CPAP machine at the hotel gift shop. Meanwhile, I got 2 gallons for free from housekeeping. Same hotel, same night. The only difference? I asked. Most major chains will provide or source distilled water at no charge. Just call ahead or ask at check-in, "I use a CPAP machine. Can you provide distilled water?" They'll often bring it to your room or have maintenance grab it from a nearby pharmacy. That's a $30, $50 savings every trip. But distilled water is just the start. Hotels often stock shower chairs, portable grab bars, and raised toilet seats for accessibility requirements. They don't advertise these, but they're required to have them for ADA compliance. My friend Robert, post-hip surgery at 73, asked at the Hyatt and got a shower chair for his entire stay. No charge, no questions. They even moved him to an accessible room at no extra cost because he mentioned mobility concerns. The trick? Ask before arrival and be polite but specific about your needs. One of my favorite hidden perks is prescription pickup. If you run out of medication on the road, many hotels will have staff pick up prescriptions from local pharmacies. In San Diego, I realized my blood pressure meds were running low. The concierge arranged pickup from CVS, charged the prescription to my room, and had it delivered in under 2 hours. No delivery or service fee, just the cost of the meds. This also applies to other medical supplies, glucose strips, bandages, wound care items. The key phrase is, "I have a medical need. Can you assist with obtaining supplies?" Most front desks will do it or coordinate with a delivery service. Grocery delivery coordination is a lifesaver, especially for those of us with dietary restrictions. Hotels will receive and refrigerate grocery orders from services like Instacart, Amazon Fresh, or Walmart Grocery. I spent 2 weeks in Seattle last summer. Twice, I had groceries delivered to the Sheraton. Staff stored perishables in the kitchen fridge until I returned from a day trip and even offered a cooler with ice for my room. My diabetic friend Susan does this everywhere now, saving hundreds on restaurant meals and eating exactly what she needs. The cost? Free, just tip the Bell staff a few dollars for bringing your bags up. Room location preferences are another hidden gem. Sure, anyone can ask for a quiet room, but hotels will often prioritize mature travelers for rooms near the elevator, but not directly beside it, lower floors if you're uncomfortable with heights, rooms with walk-in showers instead of tubs or those closer to the lobby. Some even accommodate requests like western exposure for afternoon shade or eastern for morning sun. The secret is to call the property directly, skip the central reservation line, and ask, "I'm 69 and have some mobility limitations. Could you note my preference for a room near the elevator, lower floor, with a walk-in shower. I get my preferences about 80% of the time since I started doing this. Extended checkout is a game changer. The published delayed checkout fee might be $50, $75, but many hotels will let mature travelers check out as late as 2 or even 4 p.m. for free if you ask the right way. Explain your reason. Medication schedules, difficulty with early mornings, or fatigue from travel. Last week in Boston, I got a 3 p.m. checkout for free by mentioning my medication needs and age. My friend Barbara cites arthritis and always gets extra time. No fee, no hassle. It's not about getting away with something, it's about getting a reasonable accommodation for real needs. Unpublished seniors rates are the industry's best-kept secret. These aren't the advertised AARP or AAA discounts. These are desk discretion rates, often 15–25% below anything you'll find online. You have to call the hotel directly and ask, do you have any unpublished rates for mature travelers? At the Westin in Atlanta, I saw a $320 rate online. One phone call later, $240 for the same room, same dates. The reservation agent said, we have flexibility for guests after 55, but you have to ask. I've tried this at Marriott, Hilton, Hyatt, and even boutique hotels. It works more often than not. Package and luggage assistance is a lifesaver for those of us who can't schlep heavy bags anymore. Most hotels will receive and store packages shipped ahead of your arrival, free of charge. Ship your suitcase or medical equipment via UPS or FedEx. They'll hold it and deliver it to your room when you check in. Leaving town and coming back later? Ask to leave a bag at the hotel. My cousin, who does extended road trips, ships her heavy items ahead, saves her back, and beats airline baggage fees. The concierge usually handles the logistics, and I've never paid a dime for storage between stays. Transportation coordination is another under-the-radar benefit. Need a ride to a medical appointment? Not comfortable with ride shares or public transit? Hotels will often arrange for senior transport services, medical transport, or even shuttle rides outside their published hours. The Hilton in Memphis once drove me to a podiatrist appointment in their shuttle when I explained my Uber challenges. No charge, just quiet, get competent help. Breakfast flexibility is almost never advertised, but it's offered more than you'd think. Breakfast might end at 9 a.m., but if you mention medication timing, difficulty with early mornings, or blood sugar management, hotels will hold back some food or provide something later from the kitchen. I routinely get coffee and pastries at 10 a.m., even when the buffet is closed. Just be respectful, explain your needs, and thank the staff. Emergency contact systems are quietly available at most properties, but you must ask. At check-in, you can request that the desk note your emergency contact info, medication list, and any special medical needs. My friend had a mild stroke at a Marriott. Because he'd registered his conditions, the staff had his doctor's number and medication list ready for paramedics. It's peace of mind worth asking for. So how do you get access to all these hidden services? Here's what works. First, always book directly with the hotel, not through third-party sites. You need a real human who can note requests and make exceptions. Second, be clear and specific about your needs and age, but don't overshare. I'm 70 and have some mobility issues is enough. Third, always ask as a question, not a demand. Is it possible to? Opens doors. I need you to. Often slams them shut. Build relationships with the staff. Learn names, tip well, and be gracious. The housekeeper who knows you might mention the free distilled water. The maintenance guy might install grab bars without being asked. The concierge who likes you might quietly upgrade your room or offer an unpublished rate. Remember, these services exist in the gray areas between official policy and human kindness. Document your successful requests. When a hotel goes above and beyond, get names and jot down what worked. Join loyalty programs even at the free level. It adds credibility and makes requests more likely to be granted. Call ahead rather than surprising staff at check-in. And remember, morning shifts and managers have more flexibility than night staff or new hires. It's frustrating that these services aren't standard or clearly advertised for people after 55. But the reality is, they exist, and they can transform your travel experience. From extra comfort and safety to saving hundreds of dollars per trip, it all starts with knowing what to ask for and how to ask. The manager in Phoenix who set me on this path summed it up perfectly. We want to help mature guests. We just can't advertise everything we're willing to do, or everyone would ask. But when folks your age ask for reasonable accommodations, we almost always say yes. He was right. I've received thousands in free services I never knew existed, simply by learning to ask. So, for your next trip, don't settle for struggling with luggage, overpaying for basic needs, or putting up with rooms that don't suit you. Start with one hidden service. Maybe ask for distilled water, or request a room near the elevator. Build from there. You'll find, as I did, that hotels are much more accommodating for travelers after 55 than they ever let on. All it takes is knowing the right questions. And now you do. Happy travels.